The cameras flash. The crowd roars. And in the middle of it all, two of the most talked about names in Hollywood, Timothée Chalamet and Kylie Jenner, step into the spotlight once again, this time not on a red carpet, but courtside at a high-stakes New York Knicks game. Before we get into what really happened that night, and trust me, there's more than meets the eye, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss the latest celebrity updates that everyone will be talking about tomorrow. It was supposed to be just another electrifying night in New York City. The New York Knicks were battling it out in front of a packed arena, the energy pulsing through every seat, every cheer, every second. But as soon as Timothée Chalamet and Kylie Jenner took their place in the star-studded front row, the game itself almost became secondary. Phones went up. Whispers turned into headlines. And suddenly, the real show wasn't just on the court, it was right there courtside. Dressed effortlessly stylish, Timothée leaned into his signature understated charm, while Kylie radiated confidence and control, her presence impossible to ignore. Together, they created a visual moment that social media would soon explode over. Fans watching from home and those lucky enough to be in the arena couldn't look away. Were they just enjoying the game, or was this another chapter in a relationship that continues to blur the line between private romance and public spectacle? What made the night even more intriguing was the company they kept. The front row was packed with A-list names, influencers, and industry power players, all witnessing the subtle interactions between Timothée and Kylie. At times, they appeared completely absorbed in the game, laughing, reacting, leaning in close. But then, in fleeting moments caught by cameras, there were glances, gestures, and body language that told a deeper story. And here's where things get interesting. Because while the internet quickly labeled the night as another cute date, insiders and sharp-eyed fans noticed something different. Something shifted. Something that hinted at a dynamic far more complex than a simple courtside appearance. Was it the way Kylie briefly pulled back during a conversation? Or the moment Timothée seemed unusually focused, almost guarded, despite the celebratory atmosphere around them? Halfway through the game, as the tension on the court escalated, so did the curiosity surrounding the pair. Clips began circulating online in real time. Zoomed-in footage. Slow-motion breakdowns. Every smile, every pause, every whisper analyzed frame by frame. This wasn't just celebrity watching anymore, this was digital detective work on a global scale. And then came the moment that truly sent fans into overdrive. During a break in the action, with cameras sweeping across the crowd, Timothée leaned in closer to Kylie. For a split second, it looked like he was about to say something significant. Kylie's reaction, subtle, almost unreadable, sparked a wave of speculation. Was it a private joke? A serious conversation? Or something that hinted at where their relationship is really headed? The arena lights dimmed slightly as the game resumed, but by then, the narrative had already taken on a life of its own. Social media timelines were flooded with clips, comments, and theories. Some fans celebrated the couple's chemistry, calling them one of the most fascinating pairings in modern celebrity culture. Others questioned the authenticity of what they were seeing, wondering if moments like these are as spontaneous as they appear, or carefully curated for maximum impact. As the final quarter approached, the Knicks pushed hard, the crowd rising to its feet with every play. But even as the game reached its climax, the spotlight never fully left Timothée and Kylie. Their presence had transformed a sports event into a cultural moment, one that blurred the boundaries between entertainment, romance, and public perception. And then, just like that, it was over. The final buzzer sounded. The crowd erupted. The players celebrated. But for many watching, both in the arena and around the world, the real takeaway wasn't the scoreline. It was the image of two global icons sitting side by side, navigating the intense gaze of millions while revealing just enough to keep everyone guessing. As they stood up to leave, surrounded by security and flashing cameras, there was one last glance between them, brief, almost imperceptible, but powerful enough to leave a lasting impression. It was the kind of moment that fuels headlines, sparks debates, and keeps fans coming back for more. Because in a world where every move is watched, every interaction analyzed, and every appearance dissected, Timothée Chalamet and Kylie Jenner have mastered something rare: the ability to keep people guessing. And as long as that mystery remains, every courtside seat, every public outing, and every captured moment will feel like a piece of a much larger story. So what do you think really happened that night? Was it just a casual date, or are we witnessing something bigger unfolding right in front of us? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more breaking celebrity news, exclusive insights, and the stories everyone will be talking about next. The story didn't end when they walked out of the arena, it actually started there. Outside, under the glow of New York's unforgiving lights, the atmosphere shifted from electric to almost cinematic. Cameras lined the exit, fans gathered behind barriers, and the buzz that had been building all night reached a new level. When Timothée Chalamet and Kylie Jenner finally emerged, the reaction was instant. Shouts, flashes, movement, everything accelerated in a matter of seconds. For a brief moment, they paused. Not long enough to pose. Not long enough to make it obvious. But just enough for people to notice. Timothée stepped slightly ahead, creating space, his posture calm but deliberate. Kylie followed, composed, her expression unreadable in a way that only fueled more curiosity. And that small gap between them, barely noticeable to some, quickly became the detail that everyone began talking about online. Was it intentional? Was it nothing? Or was it a subtle signal of something changing beneath the surface? As they moved toward their car, the noise only intensified. Questions were shouted, about their relationship, about the night, about what comes next. But neither of them answered. And in that silence, the mystery grew louder than any response ever could. Within minutes, clips of their exit flooded social media. Zoom in. Replay. Slow motion. Every frame dissected. Every gesture questioned. Some viewers pointed out how Timothée briefly glanced back, as if checking on Kylie. Others focused on Kylie's calm demeanor, interpreting it as confidence or distance. And then there were those who noticed something else entirely: the timing. The rhythm of their movements. The almost choreographed feel of the moment, whether intentional or not. Back inside the arena, the New York Knicks may have secured the spotlight for a few hours, but outside, a completely different narrative had taken over. One that had nothing to do with basketball, and everything to do with perception, presence, and power. Because this wasn't just about two celebrities attending a game. This was about influence. Every appearance by Timothée Chalamet and Kylie Jenner now carries weight. It shapes conversations, drives trends, and dominates headlines. And nights like this, seemingly casual, almost spontaneous, have a way of becoming defining moments in how the public sees them. But here's where the tension builds even further. Sources close to the situation began quietly sharing insights. Not confirmations. Not denials. Just fragments, enough to keep the speculation alive. According to some, the pair had been spending more time together away from the spotlight, choosing private settings over public displays. Others suggested that appearances like the Knicks game are carefully chosen moments, designed to maintain a balance between visibility and mystery. And then came a detail that added a whole new layer to the story. During the second half of the game, something that many initially overlooked, there was a shift in energy between them. Subtle, but noticeable to those paying close attention. The laughter became less frequent. The body language more reserved. And while they still appeared comfortable, there was an underlying tension that hadn't been there earlier in the night. Was it the intensity of the game? Or something else entirely? This is where the narrative splits. On one side, fans who believe the relationship is stronger than ever, pointing to their continued appearances together and undeniable chemistry. On the other, those who see moments like this as hints of a more complicated dynamic, one that's evolving in real time under the pressure of global attention. And maybe that's what makes this story so compelling. It's not clear-cut. It's not predictable. It's unfolding. As their car finally pulled away from the arena, disappearing into the New York night, the questions didn't fade, they multiplied. What was said during that quiet moment courtside? Why did their energy shift as the night went on? And most importantly, what happens next? Because if there's one thing that history has shown, it's that every public appearance by Timothée and Kylie leads to something bigger. A new headline. A new theory. A new chapter. And this time feels no different. In fact, it feels like a turning point. Not loud. Not dramatic. But significant in a way that only becomes clear when you look back and connect the dots. The internet, of course, is already doing exactly that. Clips from previous appearances are being compared. Interviews are being revisited. Old statements are being reanalyzed in the context of what happened at the Knicks game. Patterns are being searched for. Meaning is being assigned. Because people aren't just watching anymore. They're trying to understand. And maybe that's the real story here. Not just what happened in those few hours at a basketball game, but what it represents in the bigger picture of celebrity culture today. The constant balance between public and private. The way a single glance can spark 1,000 theories. The power of presence in an age where every moment can be captured, shared, and dissected within seconds. As the night fades and the headlines continue to spread, one thing is certain. This wasn't just a courtside appearance. It was a moment. A moment that people will keep talking about, analyzing, and revisiting long after the final buzzer. And if you think this is where the story ends, it's not. Because something tells us that the next move, whatever it is already in motion. So stay close, stay curious, and keep watching. And just when it seemed like the narrative had reached its peak, the next wave hit, harder, faster, and far more revealing than anyone expected. Within hours of leaving the arena, new angles began surfacing. Not the polished, broadcast-ready shots everyone had already seen, but raw, fan-captured footage. Unfiltered. Uncut. And in those clips, the story took on an entirely different tone. In one particular video that quickly went viral, Timothée Chalamet is seen leaning back in his seat, eyes fixed on the court, but his expression? Distant. Focused, yes, but not entirely present. Meanwhile, Kylie Jenner appears engaged, reacting to the game, occasionally turning toward him as if to share the moment, only to pause, just slightly, before looking forward again. That pause, barely a second, became everything. Because in a world obsessed with details, that fraction of time was enough to ignite an entirely new theory. Were they out of sync? At first, it sounded exaggerated. But then more clips emerged. Different angles. Different moments. And a pattern, subtle but persistent, began to form. Moments where their energy didn't quite align. Moments where one seemed fully immersed while the other pulled back, even if just for a heartbeat. And suddenly, what looked like a glamorous courtside date started to feel more like a puzzle. But here's where things get even more intense. A well-known entertainment insider, someone with a track record of breaking major celebrity stories, posted a cryptic message just after midnight. No names mentioned. No direct references. Just a single line, "Not everything you see courtside is what it seems." That was it. But it was enough. Because within minutes, fans connected the dots. The timing. The context. The ongoing speculation. And just like that, the conversation exploded beyond simple observation and into full-blown investigation. What did they mean? Was there something happening behind the scenes that the public wasn't seeing? Or was this just another example of how quickly narratives can spiral in the age of instant media? As the hours passed, the footage kept circulating. Edits became more dramatic. Music was added. Zoom-ins became sharper. Every micro-expression was turned into a headline. And through it all, one question kept rising above the noise. Are we witnessing a shift? Because relationships in the spotlight don't just exist, they evolve under pressure. Every appearance becomes a statement, whether intentional or not. And when two individuals as high-profile as Timothée Chalamet and Kylie Jenner step into that space, the stakes are automatically higher. But then, something unexpected happened. A second clip surfaced, one that seemed to contradict everything. In this angle, taken from a completely different section of the arena, the energy between them looked different. Warmer. More connected. There's a moment where Kylie leans in, says something quick, and Timothée immediately reacts, smiling, nodding, fully engaged. It's natural. Effortless. The kind of interaction that feels real, unscripted, and undeniably close. So which version is the truth? The distant glances, or the shared smiles? The pause, or the connection? And that's when it becomes clear, the answer might be both. Because real moments are rarely consistent. They fluctuate. They shift. They exist in layers. And when those layers are captured from dozens of angles, edited, and shared across millions of screens, the result isn't clarity, it's complexity. Meanwhile, back in New York, the ripple effects of that night continued to spread. Media outlets began picking up the story, each adding their own interpretation. Headlines ranged from power couple courtside glow to fan spot tension between Timothée and Kylie. Same event. Completely different narratives. And that contrast only fueled the intrigue. Because people aren't just watching what happened, they're choosing what to believe. Some see chemistry. Others see cracks. Some see authenticity. Others see performance. And maybe that's what makes this moment so powerful. It's not just about two celebrities at a basketball game, it's about how perception is shaped in real time. How a single night can be reframed in countless ways, depending on the angle, the edit, and the story being told. But don't miss this, because this might be the most important detail of all. In nearly every clip, no matter the angle, no matter the interpretation, one thing remains consistent: they stay. Through all the noise, all the speculation, all the shifting